With offensive player of the game, David Brandenburg, and defensive player of the game, Garrett Womack, and of course,
no, I didn't say
head
that.
coach.
They did good, and I wanted to interview them.
Oh, okay.
So
there
we
you
have
go.
to see the film before we're going to anoint that, but they did good.
Well,
they both did pretty well.
I think they're up there. They got a good shot then. But we'll talk to Coach first.
You can call them the SHN players of the game.
There you go, SHN players of the game. Both of these guys had fantastic first half, but we're going to talk to Coach first. Coach, lots of positives, a few negatives. You got a week to work, a bye week coming up to work on it before you have a home game. Give us your thoughts.
With our young offense and our depth is young on defense, it's probably good to have an early bye week. We usually like it later, but I think we'll make the most of it. We saw 3 young quarterbacks that have a lot to see on film and a lot to work on. So I think the bye week will come at a nice time. We'll get healthy, and then it'll be a grueling 9 weeks. But hopefully these next 2 weeks will get better. And the coach's adage is always you get better before make the biggest jump between your first and second game. So if we can do that, we should be okay.
Well, and those guys have a decent offensive line in front of them to help protect them, and they've got great skill guys. We've got one over here. Talk about those guys.
Well, David, you're going to see we're counting on him. He's one of our most experienced guys. Ant Stevens had the touchdown. We're relying on those guys to really make plays and make the quarterbacks look good as the quarterbacks, get up to speed and get a lot of experience.
Well, and they're young guys, and so there's a lot of room for them to grow here under your tutelage. And so we look forward to many positive outings with your offense. But real quick, let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. Maybe the most impressive part of today's game was how well the defense played really throughout. Talk about your defense.
Our defense did fantastic, and they deserved a shutout. Our offense made it kind of rough. Kind of real rough thinking that our offense put our defense on a short field.
Right. That flip of the units.
Yeah. When we had our starting group out, they didn't get much of anything, less than 100 yards in the first half. So I think our defense did great. And I've said all along, anyone that's interviewed me, our defense is going to have to set the tone. Our offense is going to be good, but we may need a little bit of time with our young quarterbacks. And our defense definitely gave us a great chance to win.
Well, and most of the time early in the season, the defense is a little ahead of the offense, but your defense looks like it's mid-season level already.
Yeah, we had 10 starters from last year. We're 9 stars from last year on the field today, so we were in good shape. They did a great job.
That's a fantastic job by those guys, and great job by your staff, Coach.
I'll let you get with these guys.
Thank you. And we'll start here with David Brandenburg. David, a lot of big runs. You got some swing passes, set the tone early, and you took some shots throughout the game, but you just popped back up like it wasn't nothing. Talk about your experience out there today.
Yeah, absolutely. I took a big shot over there on the goal line. It's always kind of deflating when you get up and you pat the guy on the head and say, "Good hit, bud." That's kind of what my motto is there. Yeah, really proud of our guys, the way we came out and just put it to them right in the beginning. Defense, like Coach was saying, is going to have to carry us in a lot of situations. And, goose egg through most of the game. Like Coach said, short field touchdown at the end of the game really is a true shutout game. We're going to be really relying on them and really proud of what they did today.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job offensively. For several series in the first quarter and several series in the third quarter, you were unstoppable as an offense, and you did so under different quarterbacks. Talk about how it is to adjust from one quarterback to the next quarterback to the next quarterback.
Right. There's not much of an adjustment that we have to make. We know as an offensive unit, we respect each guy the same. We're going to go out there. We're going to do our job. We're going to do our 1/11th, and we're going to trust that the quarterback, whoever he is out there, is going to be prepared to do what he has to do. Now, with that being said, when Landry's out there, freshman, there are a few times when I notice something on the line that they're doing that's a little different, and I'll help them out, and we'll get an audible, we'll get a change, but for the most part, we're just expecting each guy to do their job, and they did today, and we're really proud of that.
It's pretty impressive that you're helping your young quarterback along with, hey, maybe we should do this on this play.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
Got to do what I got to do.
Well, you set the tone as a team for the season. Big win today here on the road, a big road trip. You got a week off. You're going to be back preparing for a game at home. Going forward, what do you think about your team as we head into conference play? I know next week's not conference, but as we head that way, what do you think?
Right. My initial thoughts are we just had to come out here and show these boys what Texas football was. They were playing Tennessee ball, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So, conference is going to be a different level of intensity, a different level of competition. So we got a lot to learn, a lot to get better at. And, having that bye week next week, I think is really important for us, and we'll take advantage of it and work really hard and make the most of it and come out ready week 1, really week 2, week 1, ready to get going.
Great. Fantastic. Congratulations. Good luck in 2 weeks, and we'll talk to Womack. You can go ahead and head back. So we're here with Garrett Womack, Defensive Player of the Game. You know, you heard us in the last 2 interviews. We've been saying a lot of positive things about your defense. Talk about your teammates and how it is to work with guys like that.
Yeah, I'm pumped for the season, especially after this game. I mean, we knew we were going to come out here and get after it, but to put on a show like that was awesome. You know, a couple interceptions, a few close, forced fumbles and stuff like that, a lot of sacks. So it was exciting, and, like Coach said, we got 9 guys coming back. So, I expect all 9 of those guys to ball out.
And Sewanee had a lot of talent. They weren't a slouch, but I think they were in a bit of shock after the first quarter at how we shut them down.
I think so too. Their fans were pretty loud, but they started to get quiet after a little while, and the team just kind of tapered off, and the energy level dropped after we put it to them.
Right, as a defensive player, there's nothing like quieting a home crowd, right?
It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, so you had a couple of big plays today. Talk about those.
Yeah, I was excited to get out here. It's been a while, and yeah, I got a couple sacks. My teammates set me up. We like to run stunts with the linebackers and stuff, and we were really good at communicating today. So,
how does it feel when you come open through the line of scrimmage like that? You see a quarterback standing up, just waiting to get hit.
Oh, it's the best feeling. That's what I live for. That's what I try and do.
Right? Yeah. Well, fantastic. We're going to go celebrate, Garrett. Good job, man, and we'll see you on the bus.
All right.
Back to you, Carl.